week it's been. The Conservatives had their conference in Birmingham. Possibly the most boring sentence you'll ever hear. Cameron arrived with his arm round Sam Cam in her skinny jeans and cork wedges, yeah? At first glance, I thought it was Nick Clegg until I spotted that the telltale ankle chain was missing. Cameron says his aim is to win an outright election. Give over. He's got a better chance of winning a Mobo. Election? No chance. Let's not be too hard on Cameron. I mean, praise where praise is due. That conference was a full week away from home and he didn't lose his kids once, did he? Oh, yeah, good for him. What about that Boris Johnson? Do you like it? Split the... When he turned up, he got a rock star welcome. And he is like a rock star, isn't he? He's like a fat pink. He's like a fat pink. What about Abu Hamza? Don't. He's had his hooks replaced with a pair of rubber hands by American jailers. Abu's going to love those rubber hands, isn't he? Imagine the interviewer. How are you enjoying your time in America, Abu? And finally, did you see Louis divering over who he's going to send home on the X Factor? Yeah. Bloody fixing it! It was like a confused old lady in the post office queue, weren't he? I want to save Carolyn. I want to save Ryland. I want to go to deadlock. I've wet myself. Bloody thing. It's poor Carolyn I feel sorry for, don't you? Yeah. Gary said she had a lovely country twang. Yeah, and her skirt was so short, I imagine he could have seen it from where he was sitting. Oh. What a lineup we have for you tonight. I'll be talking to the man who knows more about the crack than Louis Walsh. The brilliant Dara Ó Briain is going to be here. Because you're worth it. I've got the Angel of the North right here on the sofa. Yes, the one and only Cheryl Cole. And the incredible Leona Lewis will be performing live right here. But first, give it up for the boys whose X-rated exploits have put the band into boy band. It's McFly! I didn't know you were going to wear that.
We look like we work at EasyJet.
You do?
We got some EasyJet fans.
Hold on to your handbags and wallets. What would you like to drink, loves?
What have we got?
Well, we got... So, two of you don't drink, do you? Who don't drink? Oh. What have we got here? Capri Sun. What would you like, my love?
What have you got?
Sambuca. Margarita. Who likes a margarita? Oh, wicked. And you've just got back from your tour of Brazil and America.
Yeah, Brazil a couple of weeks ago.
Oh. What was it like? Oh, no, that's not what you want. Sorry.
It was amazing.
I am listening. I'm just
yeah, go on.
Brazil.
No, it was incredible. Brazil was amazing. It's really incredible.
It's mad out there. The fans are crazy. It literally, they make you feel like you're Justin Bieber. Or like you're in... Honestly, seriously, they're just so crazy.
What, 12?
Yeah. they're so passionate. And, yeah, it's nice for us.
It was brilliant.
There
Very
you
special.
go, love. Hey, you haven't even put your straw in your Capri Sun.
Is there a straw?
You didn't give us a straw?
Oh, when I was growing up, there used to be a straw cellophane all the time.
It's got like a nipple thing on it now.
A nipple?
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've been near one, you might as well have. We've got to talk about your book, yeah?
Yeah.
No, honestly, it's proper kiss and tell, isn't it? But you've kissed and told about yourself.
Yeah, each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always said, you know, we always said we wanted to do a book. We always wanted to wait until we felt we could do our story justice and tell it as it actually is, because being in a band, you know, when you're young, there's a lot of good stories, you know, a lot of interesting stuff happens, but, you know, when we were kind of, well, 15 to 18, you know, you have fans who are young teenagers and you can't really, you know, say the truth of what really happens, but now we're, you know, we're older, we're men. We just felt as the time was right now. We can actually tell the truth and you know, say what happens.
Yeah, I mean, like Tom said, we thought it's time to tell our side of the story and you know, hold nothing back really. So.
And I mean, everything's in there.
Everything's in there, yeah, absolutely.
Because I've got a checklist here of things you've got to do when you're in a band, OK?
OK.
So let's see who's done what. Who's got off with a fan? Danny.
Yeah, but yeah.
You get a point for every fan. How many?
I like how many bits of paper you got.
Oh. Well, I start getting paper cuts if it's up. Who's had a threesome?
Yeah, we have.
Have you had a threesome? No.
Yeah, we have.
The most bed... Is that the one in the book?
No, I don't think that's...
Because there's a mother... There's a mother-daughter combo, isn't there? Do you know what? Can I just say, I hate that phrase, mother-daughter combo. I much prefer family bucket.
This margarita stand takes mugs.
So come on, which of you had the mother-daughter combo?
That was...
How did that happen?
You know, you sat in a bar and this picture comes along from security and it's this, you know, this girl and she's outside and bring your mum in. Within 10 minutes, her mum's got a boob out.
Didn't she have a tattoo of Bon Jovi on her boob?
Quite possibly.
Tattoo of John Bon Jovi on her tit? Yeah. Didn't that freak you out, though, if she just pulled it out and there was John Bon Jovi staring at her? I mean, that would freak me out.
I don't know, he's a good-looking dude, so...
Not with a nipple as his nose, though.
OK. Who's had a MILF or a GILF? You had nothing. Dougie, MILF or a GILF?
Gilf, I'll go with a Gilf. What? That's not cool anymore? I thought it was cool.
That's never been cool. Shagging a Fran?
I thought all the kids were doing it. We're trying to stay hip. Replace me.
A lot of your sexploits were quite homoerotic, if you ask me. Did the love that dare not speak its name ever rear its ugly head in McFly? Have you ever, like, touched tongues or, like, you know... Yeah.
We always do
Well,
stuff
you
like
just
that.
touched him up there.
You'd said that you touched...
I've touched both their tongues. I'm pretty sure I touched your tongue.
No. I've never touched your tongue.
Do it. What a letdown.
Oh, no.
I'm always the last to find out. Like, I found out half of these stories when we were talking about for the book.
Really?
Like, when did that happen? Like, why? Where was I? Why was I involved?
You're a bad wanking mate.
But also, if people buy the book and read it, it's not all filth. I mean, I was reading it, and then last year, you were really in a bit of a bad way, weren't you? Seriously speaking, I mean, there was like depression and there was a bit too much drinking and stuff. How close did you come to calling it quits?
In my head, it's never been quits, really.
No, I don't think we've ever wanted to call it quits as a band, but I think individually, some of us have really, you know, hit rock bottom, and I think you worry as to whether you can carry on doing what you're doing when you're in such a dark place.
I think especially with what we do, the highs are so high. You know, when you're having #1s and you're travelling all around the world and selling out stuff, it's amazing, but so it makes the lows in comparison really low. So that's when it's kind of tough, I think, for, you know, people in our position to kind of deal with.
I remember, Dougie, last time you were on Chatty Man, I could tell you weren't yourself, because now reading the book, you realise you had a big old battle on your hands. It got really dark, didn't it, reading it, and about you trying to kill yourself?
Yeah.
Did it feel better once you'd written it? Put it down on paper and talked about it and stuff?
I think it's always kind of good to reflect on that sort of stuff. It's quite easy to, you know, I'm in a really, really good place now to forget about all that stuff. So it is quite therapeutic to go back. It's quite scary, and it's a bit of an eye-opener to how dark it can get if you take your foot off the gas and stop looking after yourself.
I think half the time you didn't really know what you were doing. It was often us telling you what was going on, so...
I was so battered the whole time. That's why.
I mean, the book is a roller coaster ride, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
much.
it has... Yeah, I think that's, you know, that was the point in it. I think we just... It's like Dougie said, I think honesty is just the best thing. We didn't want to do anything that kind of, you know, hid the truth or, you know, painted, you know, us in a different light. We just wanted to be honest because we're all in really good places now. You know, we've all been through ups and downs and, you know, Harry's engaged now, Dougie's sorted himself out, I'm married, Danny's the same as he's always been.
Anyway, I'm glad you're back to your normal self, Dougie, yeah? Have your Capri Sun. Cheers.
Cheers.
You got married to Giovanna early this year.
Yeah, I did,
What
in
was
May.
that like?
It was honestly the best day of my life. Like, it was incredible. Ah, there we are. Look at that.
What magazine was it in again?
I can't remember. These two, they were my best men. You know, their speech was ridiculous. Like,
What did they say? What were they saying?
Oh, it was very crude.
Yeah, really crude. Like,
Really?
Dougie can get away with saying stuff that no one else... Like, if I said the stuff that he says, I'd be in prison. It's that bad. Like, I don't know... I don't even want to say it. I can't even say what he said.
Come on, what is it?
He thanked my dad for ejaculating in my mum's vagina.
That's the truth, though. That's how babies are made. I'm just being honest.
My nan and granddad were sat like a metre from him when he was saying this.
Oh, my
I don't even think that was the worst thing you said.
That wasn't the worst?
No, it was...
I think he then congratulated her for squeezing him out of her vagina, considering he has such a big chin.
It's lovely having you on, boys.
Thank you.
And good luck with the book.
Thank you very much.
Give it up for McFly, everyone! After the break, Dara Ó Briain, Cheryl Cole and Leona Lewis will be here. See you in part 2. Welcome back. Cheryl Cole and Leona Lewis will be here soon. First, though, a comedian who's so Irish, if his crack was real, he'd have it vajazzled with a shamrock. It's the brilliant Dara Ó Briain! What would you like to drink, love?
Oh, anything at all will be lovely. Some spirits, some...
Oh, sidekick. Cool chocolate mint.
Wow, I've never had a sidekick before. That'd be fantastic.
Nice,
yeah, thank you.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you do this all the time? Is this happening?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I can see you're a fan.
yeah. Well, you know...
Well, you're busy and you're
Yeah,
touring and everything.
I look at this. Oh, look, that looks weird now. Hang on, you having this as well?
Yeah. That's just going to sit right there.
There's in a cloud of sidekick midway through the interview, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers,
Let's try this.
my love.
Yeah, cheers. Minty drink, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it is minty, isn't it? Cheeky mint, that's
That
fantastic.
Colgate aftertaste.
Yes, it is, yeah. It really does linger, that, actually, yeah. It sits around in your mouth for a while. How are you, sir? You up?
I am good. Do you remember the first time when we met?
Yeah, you know, we're both young baby comics coming up through the circuit.
Yes.
I remember we did a long journey down to a festival in Ireland.
Yes,
down to Kilkenny.
Kilkenny,
Yeah, we're in the back of a van together for a while.
I know, it was classy, wasn't it?
It was very nice, because there was no central locking. At one stage, we realised we couldn't get out, and we're in the middle of a van, we couldn't get out, and you, from the back seat, went, oh, I feel like I'm in a panic room.
I did.
Yeah, it was a very strange...
But I got pissed off because we're all staying in the same hotel.
Yeah.
I don't get the round robin that all the comedians play a football match, don't they?
You may have been left out of that.
Yes.
Particular member.
Left out, I was the only comedian left in that hotel. Did you? Like Mary Celeste. I'm like, where is everyone? I look out the window, everyone playing football.
Were you just walking quietly through the house? Did you ride down in your dressing gown and go, hey, everybody, where's... And we've all run out to play.
And all I could hear was, go! Then you ended up breaking your leg, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I actually did. I ended up knocking a thing out of my leg. Yeah, so... I genuinely thought you came with some sympathy there.
No, I know. I'm sorry about that. The Irish, I've got to admit, they get stereotyped as much as the gays do. Do you get a bit pissed off with the whole, but Jesus, it's Riverdance. Let's have it.
Yeah, it can be a bit. It's kind of disappearing a little bit, the whole pigs in the parlour type thing. Yeah, it's sort of disappearing a bit. Like, I mean, you're over there. You know that's not what we do.
Oh, I know. It's great. I mean, I have the best gigs over in Dublin and Cork.
Yeah.
And Galway.
Lovely parts of the world, very, very good, yeah. Do you get grabbed a lot, by the way? Because the Irish have a thing which you have here, which is more in Ireland in terms of, like, the camera phones and Facebook updates and all that kind of stuff. You must get that all the time over there.
Yeah.
It's gone. We love it in Ireland to a point that it is very difficult to continue to do a conversation. I just stopped doing it now. I stopped doing the photo thing because, which seems really like, you know, mean or Greta Garbo-ish or something. But I hit my limit when a man came up to me on the beach in the town I'm from in Ireland. Genuinely, I was collecting seashells to put onto a sandcastle, and it was a nice family moment. And a man walked up with the dog and said, "Any chance of the photo?" And I said, Of course, no problem." And he handed me the lead of the dog, and then walked away. And I'm just standing looking at the dog, right? And your man turns out and takes out the camera, and I'm staring at the dog, going in a kind of, what's going on here? And your man points to the dog and goes, "Asher, it's for his Facebook page." Genuinely, the dog had a Facebook page, and the man thought I would want to be on it. And you know my favourite thing about it? He then stood behind the camera like a wedding photographer going, "Come on, give us a smile. Come on, give us a smile." Like I should put more effort into the photograph that appears on the dog's Facebook page.
That dog's going to be well pissed off.
Oh, yeah, well, he's been pissed off with the photo I have. It's me holding a thing and flicking a V at a dog in a kind of a miserable way. But yeah, absolutely. So it switches off. You can't be doing that.
Do you get those ones who come and they take the picture and then they look at it and go, "Oh, I look ugly in that one," and you're like... Funny how that happened.
There's no setting on Hipstamatic which is going to make you not ugly in that photograph. It's a weird thing. It's replaced talking to you. It's just like, let's get that, snap him.
I haven't seen you, it's true.
Yes.
I can prove
the people who go, this is my favourite thing. People keep going, "Oh, I must take a photograph." I said, "Why must you take a photograph?" And everyone says, "My friends / my fiance / my husband will never believe me." And you go, "You got to pick better friends." You got to pick friends who aren't going to go, "You lying bitch. Don't come back here with your story of hobnobbing with the guy I've mocked a week, you whore. Get out of here."
How did you get out of that locked room?
You're here with your, yab. Yeah, so yeah, it is kind of weird. Like, yeah.
We got to talk about your new tour, Crack Dealer.
Crack Dealer, yes. Yeah,
I mean, it's such a good
I
title.
love that title.
How do you get away with that?
You know, it's fine, because people kind of... It's a perfectly nice pun. There's nothing wrong with it. Here's the weird thing, because I've toured that... We're at that point of stage where it's all really slick and polished now, but we've done it for about a year, right?
Yeah.
So we're at the point, we're going to London next week for the Apollo, for example, at which point it'll be all beautiful, because I've done it in Ireland, for example, 30 times, right? Yeah. I've done it in Dublin 30 times, the 30th of time of which was about 2 weeks ago, right? I arrive into Dublin, never not a word of a lie. You know, you pick up the bags, then you walk to the red, the green and the blue, or the blue, you know, the different customs corridors.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is completely true. There were 4 customs officers just standing out in a kind of a random checks formation, just looking at us as we all went past. Nothing serious was happening, but they were just there being vigilant. And then I arrived to my cases, and one of them, who must have come to see Crack Dealer at some stage, looks at me and in a really loud voice goes, "Here he is, the Crack Dealer." And I automatically went, "How are you?" And he went, "How are you?" And I walked to, and only afterwards went, "How weird must that look to any tourists who are passing through going, Jesus, they're very relaxed about drugs and alcohol."
And a certain supermarket has refused to stock it
Well, that's
because
the whole
of
thing.
the Crack Dealer.
Well, a certain supermarket said, "No, we can't, you know, because we think that name, you know, drugs, you know."
But they're ridiculous, because no one's going to buy crack. No one's going to, like, go to drugs on buying your DVD.
I can't promise that.
No, no. Tramps on the floor going, "Dara, you did this to me."
This is your fault! This is your fault! No, they're clearly not. No, just the pun isn't enough to drive people. And it's a very common Irish pun, so it's, you know, it's a nice thing, you know.
We've got a clip of you here in action. This is Dara in Crack Dealer.
Are there any other Irish in, by the way? We'll do a few Irish. There'll be more of that, by the way. As the years go by in the next little while, there'll be more Irish appearing here in the UK, because things are a little tough at the moment in Ireland, and you sent us a bailout. Thanks for that. And we were supposed to spend it on whiskey and Welsh lamb and Kit Kats, and we thought, screw that, we'll just spend the money on tickets to go and live in the UK again. And so we were all right. Keep an eye for the new Irish. Soft hands, soft, gentle. We've been working with IT hands. There isn't a construction worker among them, ladies and gentlemen. But when they get here, they'll take the gig. They will happily stand on your... "Oh, yeah, I'll do that, no problem." And you want me to... But no, you want that knocked through and then something... You want that put in? No problem, we can do that. That's not an issue. We'll get that done. Google it, for Christ's sake. Bound to be a website somewhere that explains what he wants. Jesus. Well, translate it from Polish.
Some of the things you talk about on your tour are about technology and tweeting.
Yeah.
Very nerdy, isn't it?
I'm quite nerdy. I'm a bit of a nerd. I'm a science geek.
You, like me, love Twitter.
Yeah, I am fond of Twitter. I think it's very good.
But I followed on Twitter. You like getting into spats.
I do like a fight.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
But a lot of the time you're arguing with, like, people who are
No,
mental.
with 12, like a 12-year-old idiot, right? But if people are rude, it's okay to be rude back. And life isn't full of many opportunities when you can justifiably be rude to somebody. And also, it's my favourite thing is when people write, "You're a knob," but misspell "your." And to really dryly go, "I believe it's spelled your, not your." You know, they're going, "I don't and it's driving them insane. I like the fight. I like the, you know, it's fun.
Yeah.
And then people send, there is a kind of a running joke that people think, every time there's a particular film that comes on all the time, or that people think I look like, and I just get constantly sent tweets saying I look like Gru from Despicable Me. That's not the worst of it. We did a thing on Mock the Week during the year. There was a story. This is a great story. There's a story, there's a small town called, I think it's called Louth. You know, it's a farming community, agricultural community, and they had the Olympic torch coming to. Hey, good for Louth. And the Olympic torch was passing through, and the mayor of the town decided, when the nation's, the world's focus was on Louth, to promote the local produce of the town, right? So she ran alongside in a costume of the local produce, right? Now, Louth is very famous for its excellent sausages. So the woman put on a 6-foot-tall skinless sausage costume and ran behind the flame like a giant penis. That's it. I think that's what she... Now, we talked about this on Mock the Week until somebody kindly pointed out that I look a lot like the Peter Sass. Yeah, I'm quite a lucky-likey.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Good luck with the rest of the tour.
You're very kind.
Give it up for Dara Ó Briain, everyone! After the break, Cheryl Cole and Leona Lewis will be here. See you in a bit! Welcome back. Leona Lewis will be performing shortly. First, though, she's a national treasure who's just published the most talked-about book of the year. She's the J.K. Rowling in harem pants. Put your hands together for the amazing Cheryl Cole!
That was a nice welcome.
Oh, no, isn't it lovely? Oh! If you come up to the stage, you'll be tasered. What do you want to drink, my love? Well, you asked for a lychee martini.
Yes.
And I made this for you.
Okay. What is it?
Lychee martini. The clue's in the question. Have you had one before?
I have. It's my favourite.
Oh, is it? Have you got your dogs with you?
They're in Newcastle.
Oh, I wanted to
I
see
know.
them.
I miss them as well.
Coco and Buster, isn't it?
Buster and Coco. Yeah.
Oh, let's have a look.
Oh. That's Coco. She's the girl.
Yeah, and is Buster gay?
Buster's gay.
How do you know he's gay? Can
Well-
dogs mince?
He minces. He definitely minces.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, he likes to be preened and he likes to be proper. And he's just obsessed with the one dog, Alfie.
Oh, but so he's a committed gay. I mean,
No, he's
you don't put it about. He's like a one-dog
Yeah,
dog.
one dog.
Oh, let's have a bit of this lychee martini.
It smells like... did you put roses in?
It smells... Oh, they've gone a bit over the top with the rose there, isn't it? Do you like them this strong?
Oh, gee. That is raw vodka.
And you look in each other's
Strong
eyes, don't
one.
you? Then you get good sex for 7 years. Do you hear about that?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Not with each other, but with who
Yeah,
you're with. So
clearly.
don't worry. You're sort of looking at me there going, God, what am I getting myself in for? Yeah, congratulations on your tour. It's getting rave reviews. Are you pleased with how it's going and everything?
I am. It's been amazing, actually. I mean, obviously, I toured a lot with the girls before, but
Yeah.
being on your own has been a big eye-opener for me.
Were you scared?
Shitting myself.
And you had a bit of a knees up with the rest of Girls Aloud on Sunday. Now, was it as messy as they said in the papers? Because I heard Cristal was mentioned, vodka.
Yes, it got pretty messy. I actually don't remember after the first Cristal or two, so I couldn't really tell you honestly, but I know it was a mess.
Oh, that's nice to know. You girls have been spending so much time together recently. It's almost like something's happening, isn't it?
We're on a countdown.
So-
Stay tuned.
So you're not going to tell me? You won't tell me. But it is in the back of your book. I read it.
Did you?
It's the worst kept secret in showbiz.
Ever. The book was actually supposed to come out after we said something. So, to put it quite frankly, I dropped myself in the shit.
Yeah. Now, someone else was at this party on Sunday night. Who's this new fella I keep seeing you with? Well, they like him if you don't.
Handsome, isn't he?
Oh, he's gorgeous. Is he Trey? What's his surname? Bian?
That's a good one.
I know.
I'll have to use that. I like that.
So he's dancing on your tour. Were you going out with him before we got the job, or did you go, oh, I'll get him on my tour, I can pounce on him?
Bit of both. Nice. It's nothing a bit of sweaty rehearsal can't sort out.
Was this in the bedroom or in the dance floor? So who made the first move? Come on, tell me, Cheryl. So you're there, you're sweating, you're doing the Macarena, you're bumping and grinding. There's Trey over there, and you're like, A bit of that Trey.
I put it on him. It was all me.
It was all you.
Yes.
Does he get the girls' allowed seal of approval? Have they met him and they go, oh, he's a good one, Cheryl?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. Listen, I'm like, let's hope. I hope. It goes wonderful. I'm sure it will. He looks gorgeous.
Thank you.
We've got to talk about your new book. It's great. Here it is here. And what I like about it, you don't hold back, have you? You've just said everything, even things probably that you'd probably find a bit uncomfortable. Why did you decide to get everything out in the open?
Well,
Why now?
It's just been so long of just reading crap, listening to everybody else's version of stories and all that, you know. And I'm going to be 30 next year. Right. So I've had the most incredible 10 years in the industry from 19 to 29. Yeah. It just felt like the right time to just close that chapter in my life, say my side of the story, and move on and just close it once and for all.
And how did you feel when you wrote it, or did you feel better?
It was emotional, because I'd been so guarded for so long, like, to then finally opening up about stuff was an experience. But it was quite cathartic. It was a bit like therapy, actually.
Because at the end, you sort of just go, you're so happy, you're just focused, you're like, oh, this is a new me.
Yeah.
So it was great to, at the end, I don't want to spoil the ending, but
Happy
she lives.
ending. I live.
But reading it, your mum's right. Why does everything happen to you? You are like a magnet for drama.
Only I could climb Mount Kilimanjaro to prevent malaria for other people and then catch it myself. Only me.
Do you reckon you were followed by a mosquito?
Yes. Hunted down. He was waiting for me return.
But I love the stuff about Dolly.
Dolly's a legend.
She was basically, for those you don't know, when you read the book, you'll read about it. She was an old lady who lived down your road who used to give you fags and booze.
Well, I used to take care of her for a long time and stay with her because she was lonely and all of that. And very, very interesting character.
And the way she spoke was a bit different, wasn't it?
She had no teeth.
Yeah.
Not a tooth in her head. Every time she said effing or a swear word, it was with gums. Fuck off.
But you know, what I didn't realise about your childhood, oh my God, reading it, God, it was grim. I wanted to sponsor you as a child. Honestly, it was like, I want to give £2 a month. It's all there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, and I was fascinated about you wagging as well.
I just was not focused at school. I mean, now that I'm older...
Yeah.
And I look back, I wish I had been more engaged at school. But at the time, it was the worst place for me to be. I hated it.
Yeah.
So wagging was a better alternative.
Yeah.
Dolly was perfect for wagging because I used to be able to stay at her house and watch TV, and she would give us vodka and... when I was only 15.
You see, I think if old people did more of that, people would actually care and go round and visit them more. Don't you think so? You know, when it's like a hard scone or a bit of mouldy old cake, but, you know, if they went, here, love, have some vodka, I'd be like, oh, Joan, I'll come round more often. The fascinating bit for me, apart from Dolly, was the Ashley bit, because it was interesting for me to read from the inside what was going on, because it was a real, wasn't it, media storm. Has he read the book?
Yes. No, he read the book before it was published.
Oh, right. So you said to him, look, read this, just check that you like it.
This is what's going to be happening. This is why. There you go, read it, you know? Yeah. I thought it was only fair.
Yeah. I didn't realise how traumatic it was being in the centre of a media circus. I think if any girls thinking of going into showbiz, they should read that book because it is a real... I mean, they'll never want to go anywhere.
I mean, heartbreak just on its own is a hard thing to go through. You add, like, the media stuff, it's pretty tough.
What was the worst moment in that period for you?
Which period?
The period with... it wasn't going well with Ashley. You were hearing all these rumours. People were selling stories on you.
I mean, just the shock initially, I would say the initial shock of it was the worst, the hardest to take.
Yeah.
The next time when it was like 5, 6, 7, 8, and it was that was just like, again.
Did he ever just apologise to you? First, apologise or explain?
No, never either.
Has he done it since?
I still don't, not really to this day, no.
That was the one frustrating thing, because I was reading it, and then I
very
thought, oh,
frustrating.
I'm going to turn the page, he's going to say, Cheryl, I've made a big mistake. And then he just got there like...
I think maybe...
Another one.
Yeah. I think maybe for him that would have been like admitting he was wrong and justifying me leaving the marriage, whereas if he didn't say anything,
Yeah.
he could pretend it wasn't happening, maybe.
Maybe.
Kind of sad, really.
Yeah, because you do need to, like... Obviously, he's doing all that with all these people. He needs to sort it out, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, or have it cut off. Now, that'd be a good bookstore chapter, wouldn't it? The day I cut Ashley's knob off. I'd buy it. So how are you now with him? Are you all right?
I mean, civil.
Civil, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your name now? Is it Cole or Tweedy, or is it just Cheryl?
Just Shez.
Just
Shez.
Shezza. Oh. Now, listen, I don't want people to think that this book's all doom and gloom.
No.
It's not at all. It's very uplifting. And do you know the people who come out so well? Will I Am,
Yes.
obviously you, and Dancing Derek.
Yes.
They are lovely. I want them to be
Dancing
my
Derek.
friends. They're great, aren't they?
They are. I have some really amazing people in my life.
It says in the paper that you and Will are going to go back on X Factor next year, that Simon wants you. Have you been approached?
I mean, if it says it in the newspaper, it must be happening, right?
Oh, look, hot for Cole. There it is, love.
Wow. 2 million. We'll be having a conversation about that.
We've got to take a break there, Cheryl, love. Join us again in part 4 when me and Chezza will be having a laugh about Simon, and Leona Lewis will be performing live. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back to part 4. The amazing Leona Lewis will be performing in a bit, but you're never going to guess who's still here. It's only Cheryl Bleeding Cole. It's really nice. Well, have a sip a bit more, love, and I can fill you up.
Nice.
Not like that, don't you? Before the break, we're talking about your new book. Mm-hmm. I love the stuff about Simon Cowell. He comes across the bit cuckoo, cuckoo.
Simon does?
Yeah, yeah.
Comes across right then. That's a good thing.
Now, what's this about Simon treating you like a puppy?
I used to say, come here then. Come here. Come on, Cheryl. Here we go.
That's weird.
Right.
Did you ever go...
No.
No. But why was he treating you like a dog for? That's not nice.
I think he just found it funny. He has a lot of women around him.
Yeah.
And I used to say they're like puppy dogs. So you'd say, come here then. Come on.
You should have got revenge. You should have, like, chewed through one of his built-up shoes. What's this about his 50th birthday party? It sounds very surreal.
It was a bit surreal, yeah. I mean, even down to the point where we had soup, and in the bottom of the soup bowl was pasta words that spelled Simon. So when you poured in the liquid, the pasta expanded into the name Simon. The bread was in S-I, I swear.
No way.
The waiters were in Simon masks. There was Simon pictures in the loo, which was creepy.
You can't even escape in the toilet.
Exactly.
He's there watching you.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
it was a Simon fest. His face was projected onto the building as we arrived.
Just in case you forget it is
Yeah.
his birthday. After all you've been through together, why do you think Simon couldn't tell you himself that you'd been dropped from American X Factor?
I think because he cared. Honestly, when you care about a situation, it's hard to face when it's uncomfortable, I suppose.
Yeah. Ben, I loved it when you sent him that foul-mouthed text. What's it? Oh, I can't say. F-U, F-X Factor, F, there was loads of Fs in it.
There was, lots. F Fox.
F Fox. Yeah.
F orange.
Fox.
F purple and orange outfit.
Yeah. F big hair.
F big hair.
And the bloke who did Simon's dirty work, I just realised was the one who whispered in Louis' ear last Sunday with the fix. Did you see that?
No, I don't really know what. I've been on tour, so
Yeah.
I'm not in that world at all. I don't really know what's going on.
Sit back, get your drink.
Let's go.
Ryland's on.
Right.
And Carolyn.
That's the guy from Essex.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Although you wouldn't know from his appearance. Oh, he's as orange as anything. Looks like he moisturises with Kiora. And then they sing, and then it's obvious that everyone's going for Carolyn.
Yeah,
That's
I know
Carolyn's...
Carolyn because I was Gary's
Yes!
co-judge,
yes.
so we chose Carolyn together. I like her.
Oh, she's lovely, and she's got a great voice, and she's singing there. And then as she's singing, you see this man. Honestly. And then it whispers in Louis' ear, and then he's off again, and so Louis gets confused. And of course, everyone's booing because think it's a fix. So poor old Carolyn's gone home.
Oh, shame.
I know.
And you see, it was Richard crawling on the floor.
It was a man crawling. I saw it. Well, no, and I hadn't been drinking. It was a man crawling on all fours.
Wow.
Yeah. Here, did anyone ever tell you how to vote?
How to vote?
Yeah, did anyone say, "Here's £10, vote for little Geordie Jewel"?
On the X
Little
Factor.
Geordie Jewel. Vote for little Geordie Jewel.
No, nobody
So you never got any
ever,
pressure or like saying, "Oh, vote"? No.
Never. I think they know better. They would have
Yeah.
got one of those FU messages.
Yeah, you don't want one of
You
those.
don't want one of those.
There are some hilarious scenes between you and Simon in the book. And if there ever gets turned into a film, can I play him?
Absolutely.
I've already written the screenplay, I hope you don't mind,
Not
for
at
your
all.
book. It's quite soapy.
Right.
I've made it like a soap. It's called Home and Hoey. I want to do the scene where he begs you to do the X Factor. Will you be you?
Absolutely.
And I'll be Simon, OK?
Okay.
OK, right. Action.
Me and the girls were on holiday in the south of France. I was sitting by the swimming pool eating a chicken Kiev when the phone rang. It was Simon Cowell.
Hi, Cheryl. Sharon's left X Factor. I'd like you to take her place. I like you. You're a Bobby. You're like a dark horse. You could win this competition. Will you do it?
You'd have to fight.
Now, Cheryl, you're playing me like a cat with a mouse. And I've got a big trap full of cheese.
It looks more like a chicken Kiev from where I'm sitting.
Come on, who's a good girl? Come on, sit on my lap and talk about the first thing that comes up.
I'm not a pet. And anyways, Simon, you're not worth it.
Cheryl, you've been so much fun. The book is amazing.
Thank
you so much for coming on.
Thank
Cheryl
you.
Cole, everyone! That's it for tonight's show. A massive thank you to McFly, Dara Ó Briain, and of course Cheryl Cole. Don't miss next week's live Stand Up to Cancer, including a supersized version of Chatty Man with loads of stars and Hollywood royalty. But now, with trouble, it's Leona Lewis!
You drink more than you used to. Fell in love, how could you? Trust your heart like only fools do. Go on, let it bleed. to stick around. You must be crazy. Go on, let it bleed. I told you never to get used to me. I stay awake when you fall asleep. I'm a whole lot of trouble. We're in a whole lot of trouble. I told you you should never follow me. But here we are, and you're in too deep. I'm a whole lot of trouble. We're in a whole lot of trouble. You shout louder than you used to, and you hold on tighter in the bedroom. Stick around like I'm a chain soon. Go on, let it bleed. Oh, bless you, staying and trying to save me. Use your head and baby leave me. Gonna take much more than a heart to save me. Go on, let me bleed. I told you never to get used to me. I stay awake when you fall asleep. I'm a whole lot of trouble. We're in a whole lot of trouble. I told you you should never follow me. But here we are, and you're in too deep. I'm a whole lot of trouble. We're in a whole lot of trouble. Run away now, turn your back on me. Or you'll be praying for the strength to leave. I told you never to get used to me. I stay awake when you fall asleep. I'm a whole